Can you hear me now? Can you see me now? Probably shouldn't be doing either if you're talking on a phone or trying to use FaceTime in a classified facility. Hi, this is Liddy Kaiser with ClearanceJobs.com. A civil lawsuit filed in Alabama brings to light some of the security protocols that fall into working on a sensitive or in a classified facility. How those two things may or may not be related. A 78-year-old Indian American filed a civil lawsuit against a major defense contractor associated with the Missile Defense Agency there. He was working on site at a facility. Supposedly, a coworker heard him on FaceTime speaking Hindi with a relative in that country, and he was reported for a security violation. He is claiming discrimination, that he was discriminated against for talking in Hindi. The company claims, hey, you can't be FaceTiming in a classified facility. A lot of nuance here, many things happening, all of it under the alleged umbrella because it's a civil lawsuit, but it shines a spotlight, gives us some hot topics around questions that we do get often at clearance jobs when it comes to FaceTiming in a secure facility. No, not okay to FaceTime in your secure facility. I'm not sure if it's a skiff, even a lot of company protocols. If you're working on site with a contractor, as a contractor, they might not necessarily want you talking to your relatives in India from that government office. So again, I'm not familiar with all of the details, but that rings true. Again, allegedly a security violation here. I'm not sure of the nuance there, if it was a security violation that came through from the company side, if it was on the government side. He's suing his employer, which was a defense contractor, not suing the government, because the government would say, nice try, brah, you can't sue us for your security clearance eligibility. So not sure where the security violation came into play. This is a hot topic now, because if you've seen Oppenheimer, you know the security clearance due process, the security clearance process can be weaponized to move somebody out of position. So there is some argument there that could be made in the context of a civil lawsuit for somebody who really knows the security clearance process, if they think security procedures were weaponized to get this person fired, when the reality was they just wanted him fired for other reasons. But I think the company probably has a lot to stand on here when it comes to, hey, we just don't want you FaceTiming other people from your government office. Not a good idea. I don't know all the details. We'll see what comes of it. I'm thinking dismissed. Again, I don't know what's going to happen, but it just goes to show, make sure you know your company's policies around what is allowable. Whether it's a skiff or not a skiff, there certainly might be procedures in place that say, hey, we don't want you FaceTiming, especially we don't want you FaceTiming into another country while you're working in a government workspace. And again, just knowing the security clearance process, being aware if you have a security violation, keeping track of those. Again, the company claims that there were a series of security violations here. This was just not a one-time issue, but documentation is key. So if you're cited for things, make sure you're making your case as an applicant if there are issues. Again, on the employer side, if you're seeing things or if an employee is doing things, flagging those issues within the security clearance system of record, making note of those as they happen is important for the contractor side and the government side, and that those two are communicating so that both processes can work, the employment process and then the security clearance process. But in general, moral of the story, even if you can bring your phone to work, just don't FaceTime people from work. It's super annoying. I find FaceTiming people almost always annoying, even when I do it with my own children. I annoy myself. So leave your phone at home. Don't make those calls. Then you won't get an accidental security violation. For more hot tips like this, visit us over at ClearanceJobs.com.